What's up, everybody? I'm back again. It's your leader spokesman, your motivational public speaker. And thank you for watching my videos, ladies and gentlemen. And today is the day, ladies and gentlemen. It's May 10th, 2022. And the time, it's about 4:26 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. You know how we do it. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day that we show up in our lives. Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, that we show up in our identity. Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, that we know who we are. We got to bounce back from anger. We got to bounce back from fear, ladies and gentlemen. We got to bounce back from racism. We got to bounce back for all this negativity in the world, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to show up in our energy, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to show up in our faith. It's time to show up, ladies and gentlemen, and show out. We got to show our kids, ladies and gentlemen, that it's time to bounce back from anger, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to go out there and get a job, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to stop complaining. Sometimes you got to go to www.indeed.com, ladies and gentlemen. You got to show up in whatever it is in your life, ladies and gentlemen. You got to show up in your education. So you can go out there and you can get that graduation gown, ladies and gentlemen. You got to show up in your life, ladies and gentlemen. You got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. You got to stop walking around like zombies, ladies and gentlemen. You got to show up. You got to go out there and show up in your belief, ladies and gentlemen, that you can do whatever it is in your life, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care if you're in a meeting. I don't care whatever it is in your life, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to run a marathon, today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, that you got to start preparing yourself. Stop walking around in this life like you got all this time in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Because we don't have time. We got to go out there and we got to use what we have, ladies and gentlemen. We got to use our brain. That's what I'm talking about. Stop walking around like you don't have a purpose in this life. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I love doing this. I love showing up, ladies and gentlemen. This ain't about you leaders, spokesmen. This is about us, ladies and gentlemen. This is about us being the best thing that we can do in our lives. That's what I'm talking about. Showing up for success, ladies and gentlemen. Bouncing back from all this hatred in the world. Go out there and get your GED. Go out there and learn how to read, ladies and gentlemen. Stop walking around and feeling sorry for yourself. That stops today, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. And on that note, you know what time it is. It's motivation time. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, from 2016 to about 2019, I had a chance to be a CNA. That stands for a Certified Nursing Assistant. And I worked at the Minnesota Veterans Home, and it was an honor and a pleasure to take care of our veterans. You know, some of them had Alzheimer's, some of them had dementia. You know, it was an honor and a pleasure to care for them. It was an honor and a pleasure to speak kind words to them, ladies and gentlemen. I had an honor to meet their families, you know, and just, you know, play board games. And I remember just talking to them, and they be talking to me, and it helped change my life. It was man, I never thought I would ever be working at a nursing home. That's my first job I ever had in the healthcare business. And it helped change my life, ladies and gentlemen. And it just taught me how to speak to people. It actually opened the door for me to give me the confidence to become a motivational speaker. And before I was a nursing assistant, ladies and gentlemen, you know, man, I didn't think that I can go out there and do these things in my life to speak to Minnesota veterans. But once I calmed myself, ladies and gentlemen, I just had to show up and show out, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I had to go out there and show these Minnesota veterans and show these nurses that they can depend on me. 40 hours a week, ladies and gentlemen, I was there. And you know what? That taught me how to speak. It gave me confidence, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to understand that no matter what it is, ladies and gentlemen, that you think you can't do, you got to show up, ladies and gentlemen. You got to show up and you got to show out. You got to go out there and you got to show the world that you can go to school, that you can be the best person out here that you can be. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what language you speak, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go out there and you got to depend on your hope. You got to go out there and you got to depend on your reflection. Talk to your reflection, ladies and gentlemen, every day. Because I never thought, ladies and gentlemen, that I can go out there and help people the way that I did. And some of these Minnesota veterans, I had to take them to the bathroom. I had to, change their diaper if they had a bowel movement. I had to clean them up in the morning. I had to brush their teeth. I had to shave them to be presentable because they serve this country, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what nursing home, whether they're veterans or not, they deserve the best care in the world, ladies and gentlemen, because they are human beings. And the words, ladies and gentlemen, the words that you speak to people, don't ever think that you're better than people. Don't ever think that it can never happen to you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever think that you will never grow old, because you're going to need somebody to take care of you. You're going to need somebody to speak to you in a calm and respectable way. That's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. And I had to just start this video, man, just let you know that what I've been doing in my life. And, I'm happy just to be a motivational speaker. I'm happy to be an outreach worker. I'm happy to be out here in this world, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy just to know what words mean. Words, ladies and gentlemen, go a long way. And these Minnesota veterans, they depending on words, ladies and gentlemen. You might be tired, but they ain't trying to hear that. They want to go to the bathroom. They don't want to walk around with a soggy brief pad on, ladies and gentlemen, a diaper, whatever that's what you want to call it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this question. When it comes to your life, ladies and gentlemen, if you were to pick one word in your life, what word would you pick to care for you? If you had to pick a word in your life, ladies and gentlemen, to care for you, what person would you pick in your life, ladies and gentlemen? If you were walking around with your head down, what word would you pick to care for you? See, I care for Minnesota veterans. When that call light came on, I was there. I might have been tired, ladies and gentlemen. So some days I didn't feel good, but I was there. So when it comes to your life, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to you, ladies and gentlemen, what word would you pick to care for you? If you was walking around with your head down, what word would you pick to lift your head up? That's what I'm talking about. If you needed someone to talk to, like this Minnesota veterans did, ladies and gentlemen, that's all they needed. Someone to talk to, someone to help them. So if you needed someone to talk to, ladies and gentlemen, and no one was around, what word would you pick to listen to? What word would you pick, ladies and gentlemen? If no one was around, what word would you pick to listen to you, ladies and gentlemen? If you were giving up on your life, what word would you pick to save your life, ladies and gentlemen? What word would you pick to save your life? What word would you pick, ladies and gentlemen, to raise your family? And check this out. What word would you pick to keep you from hurting your family? If your life, ladies and gentlemen, if your life was falling apart, what word would you pick to put it back together? Will it be commitment? Will it be happiness, love, hope? Will it be self-respect? Would you pick faith to put your life back together? Would you pick progress? Would you pick success? Would you pick confidence? Would you pick intelligent? Would you pick positive? Would you pick proud? Healthy? Awesome? Or would you pick extra special? Because, ladies and gentlemen, we all need care in this world. And the words that we pick, ladies and gentlemen, is part of that care. We got to stop being oversensitive in this world. You have just as much right, ladies and gentlemen, to be in a meeting. You have just as much right to become a CEO. You have it just much right to, if you want to be a president of the United States, ladies and gentlemen. You go out there and you give it your best shot. That's all you can do, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go out there and you got to overcome the odds. You know, there's so much killing in the world. All this crime out here, man. I love doing videos. And I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie to you. When I do these videos, I feel safe. This is my expertise, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. This is what I love to do. See, you might not want to be a motivational speaker. You might want to go to school to be a nurse, be a psychologist, be a doctor, be a gamer. You might want to go into dietary. Whatever it is out here you want to do in your life, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to be a manager at a fast food restaurant. You got to go out there and you got to give it your best shot, ladies and gentlemen. Because you are committed. You have faith. You have self-respect, ladies and gentlemen. You are awesome. You are dependable. You are proud. You are extra special, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. You are that #1 spot, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I love doing this. I had to come out and do a video. Haven't did a video since April 3rd. But it feels good, ladies and gentlemen, to start writing, just to start, getting back in the groove. But sometimes, I gotta go out there, I gotta take care of myself, right? I gotta go out there because this is where my heart belongs, ladies and gentlemen. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, in front of that camera. That's what I'm talking about. I belong in front of an audience, ladies and gentlemen. This is my expertise. You gotta go out there and you got to get it in, ladies and gentlemen. That's the word that I picked for you. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your leader, spokesman, your motivational public speaker, and I'm back again. Peace. Man, keep your head up. It's a crazy world out there, ladies and gentlemen. Just go out there and be the best that you can. And I'll see you next time. One love. You be safe.